G'day and welcome to another slow and steady video here on the channel. My name is Katie and today is Biking Sunday and we're going to take a look at the control scheme that I use and have used for many years. I'm going to pick up ride 6 at the first part of the video and look at the Aprilia because I've been racing the Aprilia over on MotoGP 25 as we prepare for our online career, taking part in hopefully some esports, or at least try and qualify for esports. But for now, Ride 6 is the latest game, and I picked up this Aprilia RSV4 Factory, and we're just going to purchase this one. So it's 61,188 credits, and we've got over 2 million up there, so we've got enough. So let's purchase this one. So it's a racing modified bike, and you can see it's got like beautiful kind of air downflow fins on the front of the bike. I'm going to set it as default. So we've got one-handed controls here, which is quite cool for accessibility. Oh, can I not see? So, okay, so we can just go through it. So let me have a quick look. Vibration off. This is just me. Trigger effect function. I presume that's like the haptics. So I have those off. However, I don't use the triggers. Now, for many years, my Gran Turismo racing as well, I've always used the sticks. Now, some of my friends call it the freaky sticks because they don't like it. I personally like it, and I'll be really interested to hear whether you do or whether you also think they're kind of freaky. So we got accelerate here. I use you can see on the screen, I push the right stick up for accelerate, and we've got change camera, weight forward, that's left stick forward. We've then got the weight backwards, so I pull the left stick backwards, so that works well on the movement because the left stick is left and right, and then moving the rider forward, lean over the tank, and pull back, when I'm braking. Steer right, self-explanatory, left stick right, steer left. Clutch, I don't use a clutch. We got the rear brake. Now the rear brake I use is L2. So as I'm pulling back on the right stick, because the right stick is my throttle, hope this makes some sort of sense. So I pull back on the right stick to decelerate, if you like. The rear brake for me is on L2. So that would mean that the front brake is the right stick back. So there you go. Front brake and reverse, right stick back. So we've got accelerate on the right stick, forward. And then when I pull the right stick back, it brings the front brake, which is the more dominant brake, certainly in straight line braking. And then I've got the rear brake on L2. Give it a go, because for me it feels comfortable. You pull back on the right stick, your left hand is free, and you could just bring in some of that L2 just to give some of that rear brake there. Gear down. Now I used to run manual gears back in the day, but I just don't have the dexterity in my hands now. I'm 52 years old. I play guitar, and I've obviously been gaming all my life, and I perhaps could get back into it again. If you said to me, do you know what, Katie, you should probably give gear down, gear up a go, then maybe I should again. I'm still able to compete in a pro setting with an automatic gearbox, so as long as they let me do that, that's cool. So I tend not to do the gears. We've got the electronics level, so all of this should be pretty much default. So right on the D-pad. So to basically, if you want you've got like your power band, you've also got your engine brake, and you've got your anti-wheelie, your traction control, all of that. So you should be able to move up and down to select the options, and then left and right to change the level. Pause menu, rewind feature, which I tend not to use. I do use sometimes, but obviously that's not an option in racing online. We've got Ghost, look back, R3, I do use R3. Look up, I just take that off, I don't need it. Look down, look left, I use L1. I think R1 is look right, okay. and we've got scroll the rev counter pages, which is triangle. That's pretty much my settings. So yeah, we're also going to pop over to MotoGP, look at those as well. But like I said, it's all about the braking. So let's take our bike for a bit of a spin. We'll just go quick mode. We'll go time trial. And we'll take our brand new Aprilia. Like I said, the reason we're going to stick with the Aprilia for now is because we're going to go over to MotoGP. Should we do the same track? Should we stick with... Do they race at Monza? I can't remember now. Hold on. I don't think they do. Let's go Mugello. Because we know that Mugello is obviously on MotoGP as well. So we'll go to track. So here we are at Mugello. And we're just going to take to track. We're not going to worry too much about it. Now, you don't really get that much of a... we'll do a pit start. Normally, you'd see the character put the helmet on or, you know, walk to the bike. But with this, it just goes straight to the pit. So it has been cut back. And I'm really looking forward to MotoGP 26 because I think that really is going to... let me turn this down a minute as we come out of pit lane. Okay, so we've got left and right stick. I'm already on the L2 just to give a bit of rear brake there. You can see the bike as we come around. This is a factory racing bike, and we've got the sort of fins on the front of the bike as well, you can see, which is very common now in racing bikes. I personally don't like the fins on the front of the bikes, so I'm just feathering that right stick forward. Like I said, most people would be used to using the R2 button, but I can give like a half throttle. Now, I'm still not the quickest, so this might not be the best method, but it's a good method for me. So I'm pulling back on the right stick, L2 as well, and we'll bring it to a stop. So again, right stick forward. Now, if we have manual gears, we could throw it into neutral and give it some beans. Yeah, that's pretty much my setup. So let's see if we can get a lap hooked in. So back on that left stick, that's a front really quite wide there. A little audible note there for saying when the bike squeals, you know that the bike is going to go. And preparing for this esports as best I can, which we're going to cover on Biking Sundays, amongst other things as well. And the right stick forward there, so we're going to come up now. I don't know where my braking point is. It wasn't too bad. But let me know what you use. So right stick forward is my throttle, right stick back is my front brake, and L2 is my rear brake, which I think if you're racing pro, you've got to run, I think it's compulsory that you run joint brakes are basically off. You can see that actually the crowd has just gone on that grandstand over there, but the number 58, of course, Marco Simoncelli, the little tribute to him there. So we've got triangle, we can bring that ABS on, well, it's on 4 at the moment, traction control is on 3, anti-wheelie is on 4. Okay, so let's go and see what we can do. Let's get a fastest lap down as we come down the main straight. Incredibly fast down here, so 180 miles an hour, probably hitting 200 maybe, 195. Brake just as the grass kind of comes in there, so hopefully we can get this brake, smashing that L2 button as well. As we've got it stood up now, we're leaning in, bit of right stick forward, back wheel kicking out, traction control on just 2. As we've got our first set of chicanes around Mugello. Like I said, I'm not the quickest, but hey, we're going to have some fun, you know, with the up-and-coming game. Motorcycle games are impeccably hard. As I get this stop here, second chicane. Now it's interesting, even the has-been models, I've been racing MotoGP, mind you, they are what? I mean, they are prototype, one-of-a-kind MotoGP, as we're racing the Aprilia here. This is a factory bike, which you would very similar to sort of see in maybe the super bikes, which we've not seen a superbike game for a long time, so way overdue. this stop. So that's kind of my control scheme, and here we are, like I said, on ride 6. I've got 30 hours in this game now, and I have put it down a little bit while I prepare for MotoGP 26. Gotta say, I really do love the track racing, probably more so with ride 6 here. We've got some made up tracks, and I'm not really a huge fan of those. Please don't judge my my lines too harshly as we come around the final corner here towards the start straight, and we'll go across to MotoGP. As you can watch my terrible career take place this year as we look to try and do some online racing. So the record's completed. Let's have a quick look. Let's get this stopped a second. We'll pull off track, why not? Okay, so that is our Aprilia 1000cc 4-cylinder, I think. Let's go to return to pits. No, probably end session. So a 158, it was sloppy. It wasn't kind of locked in. The bike looks so small up against the MotoGP bikes that I've been racing in the last couple of weeks. These MotoGP bikes now are just hunking pieces of metal, really. They're very large, I thought. What do I think of ride 6 after 30 hours? I think it's okay. Like, it's always going to bubble in the background, and you know, I'm probably about halfway through the career, but I have gone off the boil slightly with it. But I think it's always going to be here, and we're always going to come back to it as well. I think I'm unlocking some of the bigger events now, some of the endurances and stuff, so we will be coming back to ride 6. And if you do have the game, let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you're enjoying it. So I think we'll go across to MotoGP. So here we are back on MotoGP 25, and you can see R2, we've got the esports, which is integrated into the game. We can push R2, and hopefully we'll be taking part in this on MotoGP 26. The qualification phases are over. In the final stage of MotoGP Esport Championship, the best players in the world compete by playing the official MotoGP video game. I'm going to go into my very best. The pro draft stage consists of time trials. The fastest players in each round will receive points depending on their finishing positions. I'm going to talk about this in the upcoming schedule video, which I think is going to drop tomorrow. But yeah, I think it's going to be a tough gig. The players with the most points at the end of the 4 rounds will qualify for the finals. I'm just going to give it a go. Right, let's, why not? We may as well try. Anyway, we're here with the time trial. You can see actually, before we go to the Aprilia, let's go to controls, because that's what we're talking about in this video. So again, we've got vibration off. What else have we got? Trigger effect. Oh, function, I've got that high. One-handed controls, obviously that's off. Accelerate, again, right stick forward. Change camera, that's straightforward. Weight forward, again on the left stick. So the left stick is forward and back for the rider. I think the physics are changing on MotoGP 26, so it would be interesting to take a look at that. We've got steer right, steer left, all that self-explanatory on the left stick. So really that's the movement on the left stick, but it really is the right stick that we're talking about here. So I use the accelerator on the right stick. Clutch, I've got the square, but I don't use the clutch. Rear brake, as discussed previously, L2, and then front brake, right stick back. Now that works for me. Now maybe it's not the best method, but it's the method that I've used for many years, and it sort of helps my, like I said, it helps my hands, because using the right triggers, I get cramp up a little bit, but it might be worth a go if you if you're looking to get in the bike games and you want to try a different setup, then maybe this is for you. The gear up, gear down, I don't tend to use too much. And we've got the electronics the same as ride 6, which is up and down. and then decrease the level left and right. And that's pretty much it. I think rewind, look back, I've got R3, and yeah, all looks pretty good there. So I went to a time trial. So we'll go to Mugello, same as before, and we'll take our Aprilia out, same as before. But of course, this is a prototype, isn't it? This is a one-of-a-kind racing. So my rider adjusts her gloves there. But loving the bike. Of course, it's black and it's just, yeah, it's very cool. And let's go to track. Again, the rider comes in on this one. I got my number 74 plate, the year I was born. We get to meet our engineer for today and sit down. And I like it. You know, it's just a bit more interaction. And I think we've got press conference interviews on the MotoGP. So I am really, you know, where I was sort of on the fence of Ride 6, I think you know what you get with MotoGP, and let's hope that they've worked on the customization of faces. That would be a welcome change for me, just so we can all look a little different on the podium. So I think we'll put on some tyres. We'll go for the softs rather than mediums. So I'll change that up. Don't need about session and results. We're not worried about that. So we'll go back to track. So again, we'll go pit start, and you can see the difference between Ride 6 as well in this game. So you'll see her kind of get ready, adjusting gloves, making sure the helmet's on. As we come out to our bike, flip our leg over, and then we're in the pit lane. I just think it's a bit nicer, you know, and I don't know whether the game will do a cycle lap. So again, much quicker out the gate. This bike really is. It's taken me a bit of getting used to. I won't lie. I mean, my reflexes are not what they used to be as we come around this first chicane. Let's take a look at this bike. Just get around this corner. But yeah, looking at those front fins on the. I don't know if they're called fins, by the way. But we'll do a flying lap, but we'll just get out. But it's a big bike, isn't it? It really is. So the second chicane here, and I've been racing online, and I got my first podium the other night. So I'm not bad. I'm just not great. That's the biggest trouble with it. So but it'll be interesting having a crack with this esports thing, and just sort of see how we get on and where we're placed. And I'll be giving you updates. So we're talking about the control scheme. This is what this video is all about. The right stick feathering it forward as we come around this corner, flat out, and then back on. A little bit of L2 for the rear brake as we scrub off a bit of speed. I'll try and think which way it goes. Right here. So half throttle. So normally you do that on the trigger, but with the right stick, for me it feels very natural. Brake for this one, and we'll come round for the best lap I can do. I'm going to mess it up because obviously I'm on camera. As we come round this, probably should get a better line through there really. Right, flat out, back up to that stand again with the number 58 Marco Simoncelli. So half throttle around here. The bike sounds absolutely lush. Want to bring that traction control all the way down to 1. I don't want the bike going slow or being limited as we come around the corner, as we get on those brakes. So now we've got no traction control on really. We've got to go a bit, invalid lap. Okay, I may have to start this again. But with the traction control all the way down, you've got to watch that throttle. Otherwise the back is going to start kicking out. Up onto the first chicane. So again, like, these controls work quite nicely for me. But I suppose that's the beauty of being able to map them yourself. So that whatever works for you, as I mess up that line as well. That back wheel getting out, so I thought I'd give it a bit of throttle. You've got to be careful you don't go for the high side. So half throttle round here as we come to the top of the hill. Oh, and I'm running wide. And we're off. While we're looking at it, we may as well look at the sand. So you can see we got sand on the tyres. So unlike Ride 6, at least we have, you know, a trail being left in the sand. And we've got a dusty back tyre. So at least that's one thing. Look at our levers as well. Our levers are all dustied up just for a second. Hold on a second, I want to see some more of that. Oh, we're going to get kicked off track in a minute. But yeah, the levers look to be a little bit dusty there. So that's good to see. Right, I think I'm going to restart and go for a restart flying lap. And let's just see if I can put a lap together. So still on autopilot through that chicane. Down to the Marco Simoncelli stand. Let's get on those brakes, that L2. Oh, a little bit more front brake there. And the back of the bike lifted up. Half throttle round with the right stick. The track is straightening out so we can roll that throttle back. Traction control is just on 1. Just because I don't want the bike impeded on the corners. Oh, let's try and get that stop. I'm running a little bit deep, but not too bad. Again, half throttle. First wheel chicane here. Now another chicane here. This one's a bit longer through the middle of it. I feel like I'm going slow because I'm recording as we come down the downhill section there. You want to hug this on the right hand side, which I'm not doing a good job of. They're not easy, these games. They're not easy. Coming up the uphill section. Now you don't want too much throttle coming into here because it does get tighter as we go round. Now another right hander here. That back wheel again, grabbing far too much front brake. Like I said, this is a control scheme that I use. As we come back around for the penultimate, no, this is the last game, isn't it? Oh, as I get it a bit wide, no, you want to be getting it so straight through there if you can. Back down to the Marco Simoncelli stand. The last corner. Yeah, I need to put a good few laps in here to get this hooked up, but you get the idea. And back over to style straight. Not my quickest. We've got a ghost now to race as well. Oh, we did come into this quite late, although we've got the ghost. A much better line through there as well. Oh, that back wheel getting a bit spun up there. He's come up on us. Now we're racing. Through the chicane. Oh, our bike's getting really whirly. Maybe it wasn't a bad lap after all. Up to that chicane again. Back on that throttle down a downhill section. See if we can hug this a bit better through here. Oh, that is better through there. Again, you're going so gentle with it. The uphill section that gets tight on the top. There's a right-hander here, I think, which we may have broke a little bit early for. But our lines are quite good, that's the important thing. Now I don't know where that ghost is, I can't look. we're concentrating. Then we've got one more chicane to do. Again, not the best with it. I mean, it's not. You should be able to get it pretty straight through there. Where's that ghost? Miles back. So yeah, I need to put a good couple of 100 laps into this. certainly if we expect to compete on a world level. Yeah, much quicker than that previous guys. Now we got a challenge. So you can see how it goes. Anyway, we're going to leave that there. I think we're going to leave that there. Let's, what do we do? Return to pit, maybe? So I love the fact you can see the rider come back to the pit. So, yeah, you know, overall looking forward to MotoGP 26. I know it's a yearly thing, but, you know, have we got our session results? Personal times. Okay, so looking at our personal results, in number 2 place, that was our first lap out. We did a 1:52. And then I think we did that's the ideal lap. So that's all the fastest sectors. But I think we did a 1:50. A 1:50. But there you go. Well, that's a quick look at MotoGP. That's a quick look at my settings. Again, we use Pro. So we've got, what have we got here? Joint brakes are off. Transmission, semi-automatic. Oh, I do use a starting manual clutch. So when we go online, we have to hold down the square button in order to keep the clutch closed. And then we can open it. Is that right? Closed, open. We can drop the clutch basically and engage the gear. You know what I'm saying? So rewinds, they are on for single player, and that's pretty much it. So that is my settings. As freaky as they may look, the right stick forward for throttle, right stick back for the front brake, and L2 for the rear brake. I look forward to seeing you on the next biking video. We always want to mix it up as best as I can. I want to kind of think about some of the content that I do bring you, so it's not just the same old thing, you know, every week. So I will want to try and bring something a little bit different. But if you are a biker, you're a fan of bike videos, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you are subscribed and part of the SAS crew, a massive shout out to you. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you've gone the extra mile and become an SAS crew member, thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel in that way. Members' videos will be out on the 3rd Monday of each month. That's it really. Thank you for subscribing. Really do appreciate it. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you on the next video. See you soon. Take care. Bye.